Hey, great Thursday evening. It is a beautiful evening in the city of Brownsville, Texas, maybe. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, Adrian. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, me too. Good evening, good evening. And it is I have actually can tell that it's a great day in the city of Brownsville because I've been checking the weather down there just to see how everyone's doing. Let me say that I am still in Los Cabos, San Lucas. Good evening, El Gallo de Joe Valdez. And I want to say that yesterday, the start of the show, hey, Monica, good evening, good evening. I'm actually in Los Cabos, San Lucas, but it's so great to see you. We are going to talk about the Sylvia Atkinson case. We are going to talk about the outcry or the aftermath of the sentencing, guys. It has been a crazy, crazy couple of days. We are going to discuss a little bit about it. We'll also talk about the five or more individuals, again, like Tim said that yesterday, that might be coming up next. We'll talk a little bit about the contract with Salsasar, and we'll talk about the reaction from a lot of folk on there today. A lot of people were very opinionated, and again, me mandaron para la cocina, as y'all could tell. I'm at the kitchenette of the place I'm staying at. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Nelda, good evening, good evening, good evening. Big smile. Hey, man, when there's great news, there's stuff to be great smiling about. Buenas noches, Belinda. ¿Cómo estás? To my hometown, Brownsville. Love you all the way from Louisiana. Smash that like button, guys. If you are on that YouTube channel, I don't have my other computer up because I have in Cabo San Lucas. But yes, please, if y'all are on that YouTube channel, smash that like button, guys. It makes us money. It was kind of interesting, but today I got a message. And again, I don't think that it was meant in a bad way, but I did get a message from someone that says, Oye, Erasmo, pues ¿en qué trabajas? ¿En qué trabajas que siempre andas viajando? And I think the person is really going to really completely blow their mind in 2 weeks when I'm in Guadalajara, and and then superbly blow their mind when I'm headed to Colombia in August, and then to Italy in November. And I responded in a short way. I just said, "Hey, el YouTube está dejando, but guys, no me va a dejar para el viaje if you don't hit on that like button at YouTube. Like that sucker, guys." No, guys, but again, it's kind of trippy. I still freak out that a couple of individuals out there, they still think that I don't work, which is okay, man. More power to people. I think it's a little bit more information that most people need anyway. But again, guys, this address that I always put that's going through the bottom part of your screen, guys, this is my office address. So if anyone wants to stop by the office and has any work for me to do in regards to marketing, has a wedding that I need to officiate, please, guys, I guess it'll be a good opportunity to advertise for what I do. Good evening, good evening. Wait, so now everyone is coming out and defending Celia on your Facebook post. The same people who would probably vote for her if she ran again. It's ridiculous. We're going to talk about that, guys. And Snoopy, my lord, my lord. It was kind of interesting, but I did get a post today from, I think it had to be one of her nephews or something. It was kind of funny, but in the same context, I will say that I'll quickly respond because ya me dijeron, ya me regañaron. Dijeron, ya déjate de andar explaining to these people on YouTube in regards to what's going on. They're not going to stop defending her. They're going to continue to support her, and it's partially true. So I'm going to avoid it. I'm just going to block them suckers. Because look, at the end of the day, you can't explain to these people what the heck's going on. But I did get an inbox message from, I'm going to say it was one of Sylvia's nephews or something, last name Atkinson. And what he sent was a picture of me asleep at Waterburg, guys. And again, I go like, my goodness. So because I figured that it was a little huerquito mocoso, I just clicked the block button. Don't have time for little huerquitos mocosos who want to do the thing. But what surprises me, guys, is that there's folks out there, folks, I mean, de edad, I think 60, 70, year old folks out there that have that same mentality. And let me explain. They'll go out there and say, hey, Erasmo, well, some guy, some otro moron, well, mugshots and, another mugshot from someone at BISD. And I sort of got what they were trying to say when I say, like, hey, didn't you have a mugshot for your DWI? And a lot of people actually had the nerve, the guts, the bullies to go out there and say, hey, well, you got a DWI. And let me explain to the people watching. And I know that my friends are saying, well, don't explain it to our people. Our people already know what the situation is. But I say it because there are several other folks out here that are watching. Just to make this very, very clear, you cannot compare, folks, in any way, shape, or form, something that is done outside the realm of the responsibilities of a board member. And I don't care what anyone says out there. Can't compare a Class B misdemeanor to stealing millions and millions of dollars from your children, to stealing millions and millions of dollars from you all that are still supporting her, man. And I think that part of the problem, guys, is that it goes back to the idea of a lot of folks out here that, como quiera no me afecta a mí. And that's the dangerous part. A lot of folk in the city of Brownsville have been made to believe that it doesn't affect them that Celia stole millions and millions of dollars. And I mean, it boggles my mind, guys, that individuals have this mentality, but it's the apathy out there, like, because they think it doesn't affect them. Of course, it does affect them, guys. It affects our staff who are not able to get raises and who get minimal 3% raises every single time as the new boards get elected, guys. But it's not a substantial raise to put our folks out at par with a lot of the other school districts that exist here in the Valley. Guys, we are the largest district south of San Antonio. With that said, guys, we are the least paid in regards to classified staff. And our starting pay for a lot of our teacher folk out there ain't what it should be. But again, guys, you cannot compare a Class B misdemeanor with someone who stole millions and millions of dollars. And again, like I told a lot of folks out there, guys, be patient. There's more to come. I mean, if there's something, and what really trips me out is that, guys, at this point in time, is there anyone out there that doesn't believe that more people are going to get indicted? I mean, you heard what Tim and Carlos had to say yesterday in regards to the indictments. I'm sorry, to the what was said out there at the courtroom, guys, in regards to her sentencing. They specifically stated is that she was the head of an organized criminal group, and there's at least 6 other individuals, guys, that they are seriously looking at. So, guys, there's no way that this is over. It's not over by a long shot. Does anyone trip out or wonder why she continued to go to BISD even after she, wasn't on the board anymore, guys? Did anyone wonder why she was continuing to meet with the superintendent and trying to put her contracts through, guys? Hey, Julia, it's exactly because of the same reason. Jessica, good evening, good evening, my man, good evening. I just hold on, guys. Hey, Ayana, I just give some comments for that. Shoot, must have missed a lot of comments. Shoot. Here. Good evening, Adrian. Good evening. Good evening. Evening. You missed an amazing AOB show. Go look at it. Uh, yeah, man. I was out there snorkeling at Cabo Pulmo National Park in Baja California. So yeah, I'm just joking. I'll look at it maybe when I'm back home. Sorry, guys. I love AOB, but I enjoy Cabo San Lucas just a little bit more, not too much more. Good evening, Michelle Hermosa. Snoopy, as I say, I was going to say the same thing. It's crazy. We're going to talk about all that. Good evening, Ramona. I love Ramona. My buddy, my buddy, my buddy. Rosie, good evening, good evening. I miss you, hometown Brownsville. Brownsville misses you too, Monica. Hey, I hope you make it back. Let me tell you, there's a lot of stuff going on here in the city of Brownsville. We miss you. Hey, Maggie. ¿Cómo estás, mi amor? Good evening, good evening. Ali y peanuts. Good evening, Alea Hermosa. Alea 956. I think that's our area code. Not our zip code, right? Amigo, your love for our city runs very deep. I would have tossed in the towel with all those naysayers and blind sheep. You know, I think one of the things that I constantly mention is for those people that go to church, one of the things that I constantly mention at church is that one of the reasons the Apostle Paul was so effective, guys, in regards to being the apostle of the Gentiles, is that he had to go through a lot of adversity, guys. I mean, he went through a lot, prepared himself at the feet of Gamaliel. Parents upset at BIC graduate procedures. Parents will get 5 tickets, but they need to leave the ceremony upon students receiving diploma. Last year, this was the practice, but COVID was bad. Now we have vaccines, prom, football games, but students are not going to be able to see their friends graduate, take pictures. Some students at the end of the alphabetical order, like Zapata Zavala, will be left alone at the stadium by the time they all get called. Yeah, I'd be pretty upset too. Not a good thing. Not a good thing. And again, going back to the Apostle Paul, guys, the Apostle Paul went through, a lot of things. Even Pharisee of Pharisees, went through a lot of strife. Was beat up almost to death. Got bit by a snake. Shipwrecked a couple of times, guys. With that said, he had to go through all that suffering in order to become that great apostle that he was. And one of the things that I'll say is that a lot of the adversity that we had gone through already, guys, has made concha for me. I don't care what they say. And sometimes, and I know I got yelled at today by a friend, which is okay. I got yelled at by a friend today who said, "Erasmo, stop explaining yourselves to these people. These people don't care. They're just out here to cause waves, out here to try to irk your chain." And I said, "You're right. I understand that, but sometimes when I have a little bit of time in between, I get kind of bored, guys." And I want to go at it. I want to have the debate. I want to disprove these people. And a lot of folks out there, and some, all you have to do is go through the page today, guys. There's a lot of crazy nuts out here in the city of Brownsville, guys. A lot of cuckoo people, guys. And something that I think Snoopy, a couple of people mentioned, guys. Let me tell you, guys, if this woman would have run again, she would be serving on the board right now. I mean, I have no doubts about it, guys. These individuals here in the city of Brownsville would have voted for that woman yet again. That is amazing, guys. Amazing. And look, I understand family support. I understand other individuals wanting, wanting to a lot of other individuals wanting to, excuse me, sorry, guys. I understand a lot of other individuals, wanting to, family members maybe trying to defend her and stuff. But goodness gracious, goes guys, individuals that are older. I mean, I don't, again, 60, 70 years old, out there saying like, "Wow, you're fat and you're not handsome," and I'm like, "You are mistaken. I am totally handsome and totally not fat." Erasmo has rung down the godmother, Cameron County. Kudos. Peace. And I'm ready, guys. I'm ready. The question: are you ready? Are you ready to continue to fight to bring more of these people down? Together, guys, together. And look, guys, and I've said this last night. I'll say this again. It wasn't a one man show, guys. It wasn't Erasmo out there who decimated or destroyed or brought down Sylvia Atkinson. In absolutely no way have I ever taken full credit for that. But I will state that I was a part of it. I know other individuals in the district who were a part of it. I know other individuals in the community who also were a part of it. And I know that Carlos Elizondo, was also a part of it, guys. And it takes people coming together with the same ideals, guys, with the same desires and yearns for the city of Brownsville to push the city forward, guys. Simple as that. Hey, Carlos, how you doing?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm in my kitchen.
Vacationing.
Just a little bit. Ay, preguntan a alguien allá afuera, dice, pues, Erasmo, ¿en qué trabajas? So I don't know if they were just trying to be, butts about it, or if they were trying to hit on me.
But maybe they want you to marry him.
I can marry them to somebody else, not to me. Pues que sí, ¿qué tanto se preocupa por que de dónde saca? Oye, porque a lo mejor me estaba tirando el piropo, ¿no? Este vato me conviene. Hey, that happens to when you're handsome and totally not fat. Someone on Channel 5 post about Sylvia Sensi wrote, a lot of rug munching. You're going to get me in trouble. I pretty much spit out my coffee. I can't say those things, stupid. No, I just wanted the info so I could vacation too. Pues Frank, me estabas convenciendo, papi. Pues vente a vacation conmigo. Good evening, good evening, good evening. You look so nice and happy, relaxed. Actually had an amazing day. Last night I had fish eating my feet, and got a foot massage, which is amazing. My feet still feel silky smooth, which is crazy. I'll say one of the things that I think I shared with Carlos afterwards, and you know me, I'm very transparent, guys. Let me see. I do not smoke. Do not smoke. Don't care for smoking. Do not like smoking. Again, I don't mind if people smoke around me. I don't care for it. But I love Cuban cigars. And it's once in 2-3 years in a blue moon, you'll get a Cuban cigar. And down here, they have official Cuban cigar shops. So I bought myself one of those suckers. And let me tell you, smooth. If you have never had a Cuban cigar, I don't care. You don't even have to smoke. If you don't, if you never had a Cuban cigar, you do not know what you were missing. An authentic Cuban cigar. But the problem is that I me lo aventé todo, and I got a little bit dizzy. Not a good feeling, guys. So I told Carlos and Tim yesterday, guys, I don't know how the hell I did that whole show and todo dizzy with with Cubans. Have you had a Cuban cigar, Carlos?
I don't like cigars. I don't even like to smoke.
I don't like to smoke either.
It makes me sick. Man, I don't know. Just the smell of it just. Ugh.
Well,
So
let
overpowering.
me, I don't like cigars either, but Cuban cigars, Carlos.
They're good. Maybe one of these days. Maybe one of these days.
Let me tell you, it's a completely different experience. I mean, not
I
even
like Jello
joking.
salad.
Huh?
I like Jello salad.
Cello salad. ¿Estás a dieta o estás de pobre otra vez?
I'm poor again. Browns-
¿El browser no te quiere dar el trabajo que?
No, Benny's burned me everywhere.
El, el Benny. No nos quiere Benny's, I hear. That's what I heard. I heard he was at Rudy's with Jerry McHale today.
Yeah, he was, and his ex-wife's sister.
Yeah. Andaban en el Rudy's, andaban conspiring on what new attacks to throw in that race. It's interesting. Buenas noches, buenas noches. What's Charlie's future now? Oh, let me tell you. My opinion. Oh, that's Carlos what he thinks about it. I think that they have enough people that have been left behind from the Sylvia regime that their job is kind of a little bit secure. Now, take into consideration, you still got Drew, Lisi, and Minerva, who basically kissed the butt of Sylvia Atkinson, guys. You got three sitting board members that are indebted to Sylvia Atkinson hasta donde no. I mean, supposedly even Drew was a little bit more than friends with Sylvia Atkinson. So when you get these three people there, you better believe that Mary Tolman so far doesn't feel too much pressure. And I'm going to say Charlie doesn't feel that much pressure either. I heard that they were planning to move him up to varsity football team. So we'll see what happens. Carlos, your take on the Atkinsons now at BIZ?
I think it's just the same thing going to continue. It's not going to be any more of the stealing of our children's money because the main person is not there. But I think administration is still administration. It's still, like you said, it's a regime that was left behind or created by the one person that's going to jail for over 6 years.
666. So out of the 6.5 years, she is serving 3 outside with supervision?
No, she's going to serve 3 years after she gets out of supervised,
probation type.
probation, right?
Yeah, it's 6.6 years, 6.66 years, 666. It's easy to remember, guys. It's 6.66.
Mm-hmm.
It should be 6.7, but the 6.666 kind of sounds kind of cool. 6.66 is her sentence. After that, which she starts on June 18th, Carlos?
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, then she still has 3 years of probation. Now, just to make this clear, she does lose her certifications, her teaching certification. She does learn her superintendent certification, guys. Those are gone. She does not lose her doctorate degree, but she does have felonies for the rest of her life. Is that correct, Carlos?
Correct.
So,
Yes.
Is there anything else that she lost in the process? Oh, $35,000 restitution.
And $800 that she has to pay immediately.
800 what?
$800 that she has to pay immediately. So they charged her $100 for each count that she was charged with, paid immediately. So I guess she had to pay for it yesterday, and then restitution of $35,000.
Well, $800 for her is nothing. I mean, nada. She can get that right now from Drew or from anyone on there. It's nothing. Good evening, good evening, good evening. And you are so right, Erasmo, right? I think when I said I was handsome. Are they for real mugshots or a requirement? Just look at some of our city commissioners and their mugshots. Or candidates for... Well, it's kind of weird because let me tell you, one of the things that I always tried to be very transparent about, Carlos, when we were running and anyone would bring up the issue in regards to, mugshots, I never shied away from the DWI, I mean,
Right.
It is what it is. And I don't think you ever shied away from the charges that you were found innocent on. and the
No,
other charges that have taken away your, a lot from you, that that they're playing with in regards to, not just going to court, and because other information was brought to light that is hurtful to them. So in that sense, I don't know when they're going to start releasing that. But we were very transparent and very open in regards to, hey, this is our situation. Unfortunately, Carlos, a lot of people that run for office aren't as transparent as we are.
correct. That is correct.
Now, people will screw themselves just to try to stop you, Erasmo. Mándalos por un tubo. Well, you know, I, and look, someone wrote out there, this idiot, this moron. I got his name. He's an imbecile. And again, Rolando Mota, an imbecile. Oh well, Erasmo has a is a pedophile in Austin. Check his record, guys. Let me tell you, to the people that are listening who don't, you can check every single record you want out there. You will find absolutely nothing, nothing in regards to any of these stupid accusations. But when they have nothing else to throw, they'll throw their crap. Look, guys, anyone, I challenge anyone to produce one shred of evidence, of document, one shred, you will find nothing. Nothing. Con toda la cara
Right.
lo digo. Hey, Shana. Nothing. Con toda la cara lo digo. And again, it's just
But
bullcrap. Go
but it's
ahead.
like they always try to throw stuff at us. It's like yesterday when we were there at Asmo. I don't know if I mentioned it last night. I can't remember if I did or not, or maybe I told someone else. But we get there early enough to be able to take a seat right in the courtroom because of COVID. They're still minimizing the amount of people that come in. Well, Mary Toma was there trying to control the door, stacking the courtroom so that way the public wouldn't be able to go in there and listen. Hence the reason why they wanted to seal the hearing or the sentencing yesterday from the public. So what I did was I went in there and I talked to one of the officers that was there. I said, "Look, we're not part of the family. We're the public. We want to sit down." He says, "No, sir, you'll be let in." But she was in there trying to stack the courtroom so that they would eliminate the amount of seats that were in there, so the public wouldn't have a chance to hear the case or the sentencing. I mean, again, just like you were saying earlier, or the question is what do you think about the stuff at BIZ? Well, Mary Tolman's still there. You have the other sisters still there. You have the sister-in-law, the brother-in-law, the cousin. While we were standing there, I actually heard a conversation between two teachers that went in there to support her that work at Veterans, saying, they were talking about promotions, and I said, well, yeah, well, you need to know someone to be able to promote. Well, that person is going to jail. That allowed all these promotions to go, and this is happening outside while we're in line. And they're talking about, hey, you need to know one of the board members to be able to promote.
Well, it's a true fact, Carlos. I mean, look at what happened with Rose Longoria. I mean, Rose Longoria, the only reason she's an AA and Tim Cuff is now the principal of an elementary is because of her relationship with Sylvia Atkinson and Minerva Peña, Drew Brown, and Priscilla Tipton. It's that
Mm-hmm.
simple, guys. That's the only reason that she received that job. And it's very, very unfortunate because you want the best, the most qualified individuals in these key positions. But with that said, guys, it's like, look, it happens everywhere, Carlos. Es como que es el mismo cuento. We were talking about this with the city manager's office. Why does he need all those people in there earning over $83,000 a year? Why does he need two deputy city managers that are making close to $200,000 a year apiece, plus himself $250,000 plus a $25,000 raise that Trey Mendes gave him?
Right.
Why? And again, why then do they hire all these consultants? I mean, $1.5 million in consultant fees, guys. I mean, and it's not like we're just talking to talk. We showed you the documentation, guys. We showed you the documentations. We talked, and then Mayor Mendes comes on and that's well, okay, you're lying. You and Carlos are lying. You're lying. I didn't receive any money from from the city of Brownsville for my restaurant. Y luego que, Carlos? The next day I post where he received $15,000. $15,000. Pero para él que son $15,000, Carlos.
Nada.
Nada. Because he still has his hand in the cookie jar. He'll continue to get more money from BCIC. And you know what? I'm going to submit an open records request to see exactly how much money he received from BCIC. So que sirve. And that's why they try to stack these little groups with their people. The same thing that Mary Tolman was trying to do at the courthouse. Stack it up with all the supporters. That's what Mayor Mendez does. But at the end of the day, guys, nothing changes. I mean, look, at the district, we still have 7 AAs, 5 AAs, and we're planning to get a couple more. And they're on a hiring spree in regards to getting the compadres at the top positions, while they're still considering attrition for everyone else out there, guys. So don't feel comfortable in your little seats. And to those teachers from veterans who went out there and said that you got to have a board member in order to get a promotion, well, you're right. But if you want to go up the ranks because of whose butt you're kissing, says a lot about you. Says a whole hell of a lot about you. And I'm hoping that that's not the case. But it's avoidance. Avoidance is best. Remember, you are the underdog. Remember the definition of insanity. Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
AOB doesn't work hard for their teachers is an idiot. Go read what they're fighting and proposing in regards to raises and whatnot. I don't see Best and other associations do that. Again, guys, we already know for a fact that Best and TDEA, guys, I mean, Carlos, con nomás eso, weren't they out there at the recount with a child molester, certified, labeled child molester, Carlos?
Yes, not only that, Erasmo. They've been in the forefront bringing in all these thieves. You know, they brought in Sally Atkinson. They brought in all these cronies. They supported them. They continue to support people who are not in favorable of their benefits, which is their members. Again, I said this last night. They went out and endorsed El Marihuana wife beater Benice. The teachers endorsed Benice. Police Officers Association endorsed Benice, a wife beater. Got stabbed by his wife, and now he's dating or going out or having relationships with that lady who he beat, her sister. We talked about this last night. These kids now are their broncos. I don't know. Are they brothers? You know now because what if he ends up marrying the sister-in-law? What happens to these children, man? He's just. I mean, just look at what happened to his kid. His kid got, there was an overdose. One of his kids just had an overdose, had to be taken to the hospital. There's issues at his home as well with his actions. That's what's happening.
It's crazy. Shaving your beard makes you look thinner. I need to shave my beard every day. You kind of, eh?
You look like Father Nicolau.
I like Father Nicolau. He's a cool cat, man. I've always liked Father Nicolau. So did Sylvia talk and give those 5 names? Is that why it's only 6 years, 6.66 years of a sentence? And when will the 5 be revealed? Also, why not go to jail already? Why does she get those extra weeks to be free? I don't know if you have the answer to that, Carlos. I have my guess or my supposition. You want to take this?
The judge, the government said they wanted her to serve immediately. They wanted her to be taken in handcuffs. And they said that she had violated her conditions of her probation. But she was able to recover. The judge says, yes, those violations were brought up. She corrected them, and she had followed through to the sentencing date. So the judge says, you know what? Because of that, she's not a flight risk. She's a one-time offender. It is not an aggravated crime or whatever. He was going to let her finish doing what she needs to be doing or arranging what she needs to arrange or pay off whatever she needs to pay off before she goes down to the big house. That was the reason behind it.
Yeah, and in regards to the 5 names, guys, one of the things that we learned during the Sylvia Atkinson mess, guys, one of the things that we learned was that the wheels of justice it's been very, 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 very slow. And
Hmm.
again, I have complete faith, guys, that the federal government is not going to sell out like many from our judicial branch here locally, guys. It isn't Cameron County out there that's going to go after these five. But let me say this, Carlos, and you could disagree with me if you want. Let me say this, guys. Qué vergüenza. Qué vergüenza for our district attorney's office. Qué vergüenza for local law enforcement, guys. Qué vergüenza. And I say this because, guys, que tenga que venir el gobierno federal government has to come down to Brownsville, Texas, to pick up Sylvia Atkinson, to call out Adela Garza, to call out Trey Mendez. Qué vergüenza, no? That
Yeah.
all this corruption is happening under the nose of our current judicial system here in the city of Brownsville, guys. Current executive branch, guys. And they didn't know about it? You think, Carlos, that they didn't know about it? O que se hacen la vista larga, or they're involved in it? It's one of those three.
Yeah. So what you got to reflect is the names that were brought up during the trial, and some were not. You have Elia Cornejo Lopez, who was just she refused to run again. You have Adela Garza. You had Mayor Trey Mendez. You had several other individuals that were mentioned, Minerva Peña. Do we know which of these people are the five that they're talking about, or five or more? We don't for sure until they unseal the indictments. But it is going to happen. We just don't know who it is yet.
But don't you, Maggie, Miss Maggie, but don't you think que vergüenza for our current judicial system that all this was happening and de repente nada? I mean, the federal government has to come in to clean house.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's.
Hey, what's the 411 tonight? Not much. Was it 411? The info. I'm trying. I hope that alkaline water. That's alkaline water you drink. Magic Water Solutions. No, I'm actually. This is my favorite water. It's called Levit
Yeah,
Bonafont.
that's good stuff.
Right, Carlos?
Yeah, that is good stuff. The
This
coconut one is unbelievable.
this is my favorite. The coconut water. Let me tell you, it's about the only water that I can drink that can bear drinking. I can't stand drinking regular water. But let me tell you, today I drank a lot of seawater. A lot of seawater. And I was snorkeling. And ¿sabes en qué la regué? It's crazy. Right before we got to Cabo Pulmo National Park, where we were going to do the snorkeling, guys. Right before I got there, we got to the store to go to the final restroom trip to a little Oxxo type of thing. So I go in there and I buy some chicharrones. I still have them right there somewhere. Some chicharrones. And pues de busco nomás, o sea, no tenía ni hambre. So right before we went out there, I ate like 4 or 5 chicharrones. Chum, 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 chum. So me arranco, no? And we go into the water. I wore a wetsuit. And I wore a wetsuit.
La Orca.
I actually posted pictures. Oye, me voy en el agua, and let me tell you, I did the snorkeling at first. Amazing, guys. If anyone has the opportunity to come to Los Cabos Cabo San Lucas, it's amazing, guys. Just the natural beauty of it all. Tomorrow we're going to do 4-wheelers, and we're going to go to El Arco. But anyway, pues oye, great snorkeling. Pero entonces I started to feel very queasy. And I usually don't get seasick. So me arranco, ¿no? Y pues no, dicho hecho, after the second snorkeling, Carlos, andaba ya, and I was just, me dice el vato, te estás poniendo amarillo.
You're gonna chum the waters.
Sí, estaba poniendo amarillo because I was just bad. So what I did, pues me empecé a guacarear, ¿no? I went up to the side. Yeah, for the national ecology there, you're welcome. So fue, y nomás salió los chicharrones. El problema es de que they not only came out one side.
Y se vinieron los pescados.
Vinieron todos los pescaditos. Chup, 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 chup. Y de buenas que traemos el wetsuit. Porque si no, quién sabe how deep they would have gone. Pero, sorry guys. Pero me dio un chorro de risa porque luego Mike Pineapple hace a little video of me snorkeling y que sale puro fart. Y dije yo, este vato es profeta. He's like a prophet. Did the judge say that there were others to be indicted, Carlos?
He didn't actually say that, but that they used the language where she was being tried. And again, as I said it last night, the scale. I guess there's a scale in the federal system that depending on what she did and what applies to her, then the time either goes up or down. In this case, they used the 5 or more people who are involved in this criminal offense with her, so that way, when the judge had to sentence her, he would use, of course, more time. So 5 or more came up multiple times during his sentencing, and the explanations on why he was using that scale, or I can't remember exactly what there was, PSR or something like that, but he used the 5 or more rule or law or whatever to make sure that she got all that time. But there is sealed indictments, so it doesn't take an Einstein to figure it out. Same thing that happened before during her trial. They mentioned a lot of these people. They just didn't give the names until they unsealed the indictments, and then that's where the Garza's name came in. That's where the judge, Elia Correjo's name came in. That's where Mayor Trey Mendez's name came in. And multiple more individuals came in. So that's how that went.
So yeah, I wasn't there. I was in Los Cabos, but yeah, it makes sense. And let me say again, guys, to a lot of people, guys, we have to be. We have no choice. We have to be patient, guys. We have to be patient in regards to when they're going to unseal and when they're going to pick up Adela Garza and other people out there. Mayor Mendez, don't take any long vacations anytime soon. Can she still run for office when she's out? No.
Never.
No, she will have a major felony. Now, let's take something in consideration. Guys, I don't think that this is it.
No.
There's going to be other indictments. I mean, the thing is that she'll be in jail and she'll still be brought back to court. Once they find out her connection to all these other folks that she threw under the bus. Carlos, am I wrong?
No, you're right. You're 100% correct.
So this is the way I see it. She's going to bring back Adela Garza. They're going to go after Adela Garza. She's going to come in and testify as well. But by then, she's going to have to do a plea deal. And by that, I mean, we're going to charge Adela Garza and you. But if you testify, which she's already given them information, if you testify against her, we're only going to give you 2 more years and so much more money in restitution. So I don't think that this is it. I think that there's still an opportunity to add on to the sentence. Does that make sense, Carlos?
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Hey, David, my man.
That's why her attorney, if you notice, in when they interviewed him, she's like, "What did he say? Maybe you shouldn't have cooperate." Because he said, she still got screwed and she cooperated. So maybe she shouldn't, or you shouldn't cooperate, is what he was kind of saying. So she did cooperate. They still went after her. She's still going to prison, but yet there's more stuff that's going to happen.
Well, it's like when when they were going after her. When they were when she was trying to give up Judge Elia Cornejo. You mentioned Judge Elia Cornejo. When she was trying to give her up, she went to the feds and said, "Hey, well, I recorded her," and they said, "Too late.
Yep.
The time for you to come was before you got indicted for anything."
Correct.
Right? And it's something
Yes.
that Judge Judy says. Let me tell you, Judge Judy is a pretty smart cookie there. Judge Judy says, "Do not come to court with dirty hands." O sea, don't try to portray yourself as a good guy if you got dirty hands. And that's what she tried to do. She wanted, yeah, her hands were out in public. Everybody knew she was a rata already. Well, with dirty hands, she wanted to say, "Hey guys, I got a deal for you. I'll give you some information on Judge El Conejo." And they said, "Too late. You should have come before, not now."
Yep.
It sounds like these Sylvia lovers have on you is your DWI and you sleep at Whataburger. Is that all they have against you? But aren't sad they got screwed over with Sylvia? Yeah, that's what it boggles my mind, and I understand my friend saying, don't answer them anymore. I understand that. I'm not trying to convince anyone. Most of the time when I'm mentioning these people is because I'm, in between drives and I'm kind of bored. And I want to, slap them in their face because they make absolutely no sense whatsoever. But how in the world do you want to, look, two things. How in the world do you want to compare a Class B misdemeanor, Class B misdemeanor, Class B to stealing millions and millions of our children's money, our community's money? I mean, how do you want to compare one thing with the other? The second thing, guys, very simple. It was 1 o'clock in the morning when I got stopped for the DWI. 1 o'clock in the morning. I was completely outside the realm of anything dealing with the district, outside the realm of my duties as a board member, completely outside. She stole your children's money while the head of HR, while the head, an assistant administrator in Rio Hondo, while she was the superintendent in Santa Rosa, while she was the superintendent somewhere else of Los Fresnos, that's when she was out there, when she was board member at BISD. O sea, she was in the game. She was directly out there affecting staff and students. So of course it makes a big difference, folks. It's that simple. These people are dumb. Eres un salvaje, tocayo. Te amo, tocayo. You're right. The news on Rio Hondo School District.
That's coming up.
Yeah, it's coming up. I'll say that I know that there's a couple of people. There's actually one individual, or a couple of people in Rio Hondo that are very, very ticked off and are very vocal in regards to everything that Sylvia Atkinson has done, as well as their board has done. And that's what this community needs here in Cameron County. It needs individuals that are going to be outspoken and not afraid to tell the truth. Hello, Mr. Carlos.
Hello, me too.
Me too. Kudos for your ground troops, our heroes. Hey, let me tell you. Yeah, Carlos did a great job. Tim did a great job. I think Marisa was out there as well. Micaela was out there as well. Anyone else I'm missing? El Vela. Was it El Vela out there?
I don't know.
I can't remember. He's taken. Me? Not completely. ¿Qué comes, Carlos? ¿Hamburguesa?
No. Jello salad. Delicious.
I actually have some sushi. I went to this I went to this amazing like Japanese little teppanyaki sushi ramen place. Guys, if anyone is coming to Los Cabos, let me know. I'll tell you, because this place, it doesn't have a sign outside. O sea, no dice, sushi restaurant. No dicen nada. And it's some pretty good sushi, man. Some pretty good stuff. And you can always tell that these places, that when you go into a sushi or Japanese restaurant, you can always tell that you're going to get some good food if the ones that are preparing are actually Asian people. You know, el problema with a lot of our Japanese sushi places here in the area is that there are more Hispanics, there are more Mexicans doing sushi than actual Asian people. Not that there's anything wrong with that, guys, but I hope that didn't sound racist. Carlos Elizondo Melguizo.
Snoopy.
Por eso me gustan las rugs. Las rugs, las lavadoras, la estufa, donde caiga. If you take Frank Reese, I have to go to. Maybe. The only thing that bummed me out from last night's show was Bata returning and that Walsh opted to back out. Jessica, if you're watching, you have failed your voters. I guess you do have a price. You know, Snoopy, and I know that you believe me, but what I find amazing is that how some people were still in denial. People saying that, Erasmo, you're just being mean to like Jessica Gonzalez, because I got called out by Miss Puente Bradshaw. I said, I retracted when I made a mistake of saying Miss Puente Bradshaw. But guys, I mean, we warned you. Jessica Gonzalez was going to sell out. I warned you, Denise Garza was going to sell out, guys. So, yeah, Baltasar is coming back. Simple as that. They're not going to hire O'Hanlon. They're not going to hire Walsh and Gallegos. They said, we don't want a part of this corruption. We don't want a part of this mess. Isn't that very telling? That guys that are going to make $300,000, they said, you know what? Keep your money. We're not going to be a part of that corruption. And they surely let them walk, Carlos.
Yeah. They didn't want to bury themselves with even having any inkling with any type of corruption, especially, the company or, the attorneys that worked their entire lives to be able to get that status, and that trust from other school districts.
Well, they, correct me if I'm wrong, Carlos, but I think they stated that they were in several states. Several states. Guys, this organization is not going to bend over to BISD's little corrupt bunch out there who are desperate to bring Baltasar Salazar back. They're not going to bend over for him. As soon as Denise Garza approached them and said, y'all have to hire Baltasar Salazar, they said, hell no. We told, and this is what I find amazing, Carlos. They stated, in our presentation, we made it very, very well known that we would not be hiring anyone, that we have all the attorneys that we need. Why are we going to hire Baltasar Salazar? And they refused to, Carlos.
Yeah, I don't blame them. It's like what are they going to do now? That when they got rid of Tim, and I think it was the other guy's Jimmy, right? And they demoted them. They were not the first. They're not the last people to come in. If they should have gotten rid of the person who came in last. Who is the person that came in last, Erasmo?
Rosa.
Right. So that she should have been the first person out. Right? First in.
First in, first out.
Yeah. So what happens there? Not only that, they're getting these people out. They're going to create a new position. My understanding is they're going to have Marisela Zárate create a new position for her to be over there and do something. I mean, come on, that's just ridiculous. Again, you have Eddie out there. If he's going to go for it, fail. Denise Garza, fail. Who else? Drew Brown, fail. Who else do we have in there? I don't know. There's so many. I mean, they just continue to fail everybody. If they got rid of Baltasar Salazar, then he should have seen his way out the door, out of BASD. That's it. But now they're wanting to do a backdoor deal and bring him in to do something else. When then is that going to stop? But again, it's not your problem and it's not mine. It's the people who voted these individuals in. It's their problem, Erasmo.
Yeah,
They're the
100%.
ones that chose to have them, and this is what they're going to get. Bad deals
100%.
all the time.
Again, guys, we have no voice coming from the school board, none. And we congratulated little Eddie on, hey, finally moved forward, and you got Baltasar Salazar, and guess
Yep.
what? Para nada, didn't happen, little Eddie.
Mm-hmm.
Cuban cigars, regular cigars are yuck. Can't handle the smell. Makes my stomach churn. 100%. Cuban cigars. Oh no. Cuban cigars. You're bunching them up. Cuban cigars actually smell amazing. They actually taste amazing. And I don't. I mean, I smoke one every 2-3 years, maybe. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to go to Cuba. I wanted to smoke some handmade, homemade, freshly made cigars. Does she report here to the police, sheriff, etc., or does she have to report to the prison? Did they mention sure she will be locked up? I think y'all mentioned that she has to report to the courthouse, Carlos.
She has to report there to the federal courthouse, and the U.S. Marshals will take custody of her and then transport her to the Federal Bureau of Prisons, wherever I guess I have space.
That's gonna be interesting.
Yep.
Balta endorsed Jessica because he knew she was feeble-minded and easily manipulated. He knew her cheap price. Yeah, guys, let me tell you, when Jessica Gonzalez won, Baltasar Salazar was making backflips. I mean, guys, a cheap board member. Denise Garza, I think, probably took a good $15,000-$20,000 from him in order to get her yes vote to bring him back. Denise Garza is now the number one supporter of Baltasar Salazar. That's how pathetic she is. Va a perder el que tiene atrás. Where does the 35 come from? Raterio money? Was she allowed to keep the BIZ money, or what happened with that? Sylvia, give back the money. Um, I'm actually very surprised that they only gave her $35,000 restitution.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. I think at first we'd heard it was going to be $2 million in restitution. I would have understood going half. Man, even going a quarter. A quarter is $500,000, I think.
Yeah.
Horrible. But $35,000. Even Carlos has $35,000. Y si no se los pide a Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Ese Jimmy sí tiene lana.
See, Jimmy. He sells a lot of jewelry.
He sells a lot of jewelry. So why did they let her keep her doctorate degree? What can she do with that after she gets out? Not much.
They can't take. See, the government can't take away your education. They can take your freedom, and take your money, but your education they can't take away. So, but nobody's gonna hire her.
No, and I think the certifications come at a different level because those are like tests that you have to take or something.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know, but the way that I understood that she lost her certifications. She lost her
Certificates.
and her teaching certifications and her superintendency certifications. This is great news. But I'll be surprised if McDonald's hires her. But probably by then, everyone at McDonald's is going to have an iPhone and earning $15 an
hour.
Mm-hmm. For that, what reason did Denise go to the Walsh and ask him to take Baltasar as an attorney to represent BISD as well? Benjamin's? It doesn't make sense. She didn't vote for Balta to be the attorney a few weeks ago. What changed? Money, 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 money! Money! Money, 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 money! Money! Lana.
Pura feria.
The rumor about you in Austin is being spread by Charlie Atkinson. I remember him saying that all over social media when you were running for BISD board. Again, challenge anyone. Produce one document of evidence. One. And again, does anyone out there really, really think that if such were fact, they wouldn't have thrown out the documentation at the BISD race, at the city commission race? Come on, folks. Doesn't take a brain surgeon, or Carlos, to figure it out. Es que Carlos is very smart. Erasmo, prayers for our teacher, Lalita Garza and Emilio Guerra, who were found. No. Is this confirmed? Wow. Send me an inbox, Adrian. Send me an inbox. Is this confirmed, guys? My goodness gracious. My prayer out to the family, man. My Lord. This is the first time I heard. Have you heard about anything like this, Carlos?
No, I have not. This is news to me.
Adrian, send me, if you would, don't mind, send me the information via inbox, please. Man, that's horrible news. Carlos, was the media there? I think Rudy Mireles was there.
Rudy Mireles and the one from the Browns Herald was there.
But you know what? Someone mentioned, Carlos. Have you noticed how Channel 4 hasn't been reporting anything on Sylvia Atkinson? Channel 23.
You wonder why?
Huh?
Is it a bot news station?
Yes. Guys, Channel 4 sucks, guys. Channel 23 sucks. Why anyone goes to those idiots for news really boggles my mind. This is my take on it, guys. And again, y'all could say, anyone can think whatever they want to do, and I don't have to prove it. The reason that Channel 4 News, Channel 23 News, that we're not there, not reporting on it, is because they have contracts with BISD, guys. BISD goes out there and fills their pockets. They're advertising junkies. Mm-hmm. Channel 4, Channel 23 suck. More than the zancudos that are all throughout the city of Brownsville.
And I have a question that was asked. Does she qualify for TRS? She doesn't have enough years, right?
That's a great question, Carlos. And again, I honestly don't know. And I should have asked today, but I was out snorkeling. But I will find out, guys. That's actually a good question, as that in regards to TRS, as that maybe if someone that is familiar with TRS, as that has that information, please send it our way. That's a really great question, and it was asked yesterday. And I'm sorry, I was too busy pooping in my wetsuit to. Maybe you got the answer right there, Carlos.
No, there's another question. Besides, does she get Social Security? She's not old enough for Social Security, but she might get food stamps when she comes out. Or maybe not, right? She might not qualify.
Oh, she does lose TRS.
Oh, she doesn't?
She does.
Well, there's the answer.
She does lose TRS. Yes, I just got messaged. Dude, adios, goodbye. And she probably had tons of money out there accumulated, no?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure how the TRS works. Rudy Mireles was there. That guy's awesome. I love me that Rudy Mireles, guys. Let me tell you, I'd bring him to Los Cabos. Hey, Rudy. Sorry, nada. Marco just got mad. Thank God for KRGV. They are the only ones exposing the head of the snake. Good job, Rudy Mireles. He's awesome. Real news and not fake. Channel 23 and Brownsville Herald. Well, Channel 23 and Channel 4, they suck. At least Brownsville Herald was there. But look, I think that they're if Roswell Herald is at the point that they don't have a choice. They have to be there. No? Oh shoot, guys. Let me get through all the comments. If Mary Tolman was at court during the working hours, did she ask for the leave from BISD? I'm sure she did. Public information requests can let the taxpayers know how many days has Charlie and Mary really showed up for work and signed in on the time clock. That's actually a very, very good point. If someone writes it out for me, send it to my inbox and I will submit for open records requests. Right now I have like 2 open records requests pending, so it'll be interesting. There were 2 professional cameras teams outside the courtroom. Guys, this is should have made state, probably make federal news, don't you think, Carlos?
Oh yes.
Good evening. Good evening. Uh, with that girl defending Mayor Mendez from last night, oh, that was that Jules chick, right, Carlos?
Yes.
It sounds to me like even if Trey was one of the 5, people will still not believe it and keep supporting him. Guys, yes.
That's what they did that's what they did with Sylvia Atkinson, and look where we're at now. People said, "Nah, she's not capable of doing such thing. She's dedicated her career to children." You know, and look what came about. Not only that, she has a dragnet of other public servants that are going to come to play just soon enough. We just have to be a little patient. I mean, she mentioned them. She recorded them. Not Carlos Elizondo, not Erasmo Castro, not Tim Ramirez. We just told you what we heard while we were in the courtroom. She mentioned Elia Cornejo Lopez. She recorded Judge Elia Cornejo Lopez. She recorded Adela Garza. She recorded Mayor Trey Mendez. She did. She turned that evidence in, not me. So I don't know why Trey Mendez is upset at me, because I'm just repeating what I heard in the courtroom. You know, for Trey Mendez come out and start calling me out on his Facebook page and, you know, calling me names and this and whatever. I'm never Trey. I mean, I'm not the one that blasted you. Your friend, Sylvia Atkinson,
Your
the
business
one that's going
partner.
to prison, your business partner. She
So
called you out,
she
not
did.
me, not at Osmo, not this podcast or this show called you out. We just mentioned what she pulled out and what she gave the FBI.
Um,
But
a forfeiture of benefits. I received the email. A TRS member or retiree who is convicted of a qualifying felony forfeits the right to receive any service retirement benefits payable by TRS if the crime occurred while the defendant was employed by a TRS covered employer, and if the victim of the crime was a student. I wonder if well, the victim was a student. I wonder if being on the board qualifies as a employer. Oh, but she was employed by
she was
TSC.
employed by TSE.
Yeah, TSC is an educational agency. So yes, she was employed by TSC. Good job, good job, good catch. Upon receipt of notice of judgment, uh, that includes the information required for TRC to determine that the defendant's benefits are forfeited. TRS will terminate the distribution of monthly service retirement benefits to the defendant if the defendant was retired and refund the accumulated contributions in the member's account at the time of retirement if the defendant was not retired. TRS will refund the balance of the. That's what it appears like, guys. I don't. This is talking in regards to individuals that are currently receiving TRS benefits. I don't know if someone that is expecting to receive them, but don't know why it would be different for someone that's expecting to receive them.
Yeah, she wouldn't qualify for it.
Yeah, how soon will they reveal those 5? I'm not sure. I kept calling Lone Star to see if I got my La Poderosa, Mike. Now, who is going to get ESS emergency startup monies for schools to keep during restart after pandemic? Director position. BISD just created to manage millions of reopening the schools hygienically safely. Another compadre, comadre, or movida. 100%. Mary Trevino is on point. Creating
Yep.
new jobs, guys. New jobs is it's the same thing like with the city manager, guys. We hire all these high paid position folks and then still have to contract labor the actual work. TA needs to come down. TEA needs to come down here and boot this sport out. June or July, I hear. So now little Eddie is one of the food guys, along with Daniela and Prissy. What did I miss? Food guys. Eddie, make sure you got Denise's vote against Falta, or he will be back. Snoopy, he doesn't have her vote. Benjamin Franklin has her vote, and her vote is long gone. I like that you go live at us and talk with people of the city by answering questions, giving opinions. I wish other officials or directors or even the mayor would talk with the people of Brownsville. Doesn't have time for it, Papa. But let me tell you, I will always have time for my community. Carlos is praying. Pobres pescados. Salieron bien gorditos los pescados. We're like, damn.
That's gross. Erasmo.
It happened. I promise you. I could show you. I actually threw away the.
It's okay. We don't want to know.
I can show them to you if you want. Buenas
No.
noches, tío. Hola, papá. ¿Cómo estás, Vicente? And Carlos. Love you, papá.
Siente.
I bet there's volcanoes in Cabo San Lucas. Well, there was when I was snorkeling. There was a big eruption. The U.S. Department of Justice website has Sylvia Atkinson as front page news. No.
Yes.
Wow.
Yep.
Damn. Hey, Luciano! I love this man. I actually have a crush on this guy. This guy's amazing. I love this guy. Papa, we still have to do supper, Papa. Let me know. It's ridiculous that her attorney tries to incite anger amongst the community for Sylvia Atkinson's. Both are sinvergüenzas. She had months to make life arrangements. The judge was too generous. I think so. I think way too generous. I think she had enough time with all those postponements. Had enough time.
Yep.
And as for
Yep.
mayor, if I lived there, you'd have my vote. Thank you, Mika. Love you. I still need you to help me with social media, and I still need you to help me get our family and friends out to vote. I feel bad for those who voted for her and supported her. They are still embarrassed and could not be compensated by minimizing the news and sympathizing. I don't feel sorry for them because a lot of these people, Yasmin, are still on here trying to defend her. That I find amazing. Like, how dumb do you have to be? And lo que más coraje me da, Carlos, y lo que la gente vienta, but Erasmo, you're a minister and you have to forgive and you have to look the other way. I'm going like, look, guys, she stole, she is stealing, and believe it or not, she will continue to steal, even in jail, because her little minions, Adela Garza, Trey Mendez, Denise, Drew Brown, Prissy Roca-Tipton, all these people are still on elected seats, guys.
Yep.
They still sit there. You all put them there. The people put them there. Not you. The people put them there. They're still there. And people are out here defending her? Are y'all nuts? How old is Sylvia? Her gray roots are already poking out. I'm not sure. 48, Carlos? 50?
She is, I'm 48. She's 49. Gonna be 50, yeah.
I was there. Woo! Lolita Hermosa. Hi, by the way, Erasmi and Carlos. Why do you call me Erasmi? Erasmi. Thanks, Carlos and Tim, for going to a report. Yes, amazing guys.
You're welcome.
Yes, I was there. El Vela was there too. Woo! Everyone's rocking it. You look extra skinny from the face, Erasmo. It was because I was feeding the fish. Carlos, what's wrong? Ya te tienes sueño, ¿verdad? Tienes ojos de... I almost said a
Couldn't
bad word.
sleep. I was too much energy going on. Not only that, I've been busting my butt and doing the roof. So it's just been very hot these last few days, and it's just a white person like me, a white skinned person like me, the sun doesn't go well.
Oh, damn. I'm going to show her my page. School board leader, sentence in corruption scheme. Damn.
Yeah.
School board leader, guys. Dang, dang, dang. That's amazing, man. And I guess they consider it a major, major win,
Yeah, it is a win. Imagine corruption at its finest.
Guys, if you're interested in reading it, it is on. I just shared it on the page, so go check it out. Mosquitoes on steroids. Pues no que tan spraying.
Yeah, right.
They're probably spraying hormones so they could grow. What is the
Yeah.
deal with Cardenas getting support from the ex-board member? Oh, I saw that today. I have no idea. I have no idea, but I did see again. The comment didn't come from Laura Perez Reyes. It actually came from Mr. Pedro Cardenas. I haven't seen Mr. Perez Reyes out there actually formally supporting Mr. Cardenas, but I mean, that might be the case. Again, she's free to support who she wants. And again, Mr. Cardenas is a friend of mine. Is a great guy. ¿Cómo está el viaje? Ay, papá, te hubieras venido. Buenísimo, buenísimo. Buenas. Hola, papá. Dios te cuide. Te hubieras venido, papá. Está excelente. Texas governor, no license to carry, but won't fix the power grid, and winter is a few months away. I'm not sure exactly. I mean, he was. Did he sign it while I was gone, Carlos? The constitutional carry, or is that still pending?
I'm not sure. I haven't kept up with Erasmo. I don't even know. To be honest with you,
I'm not
I'm not
sure.
sure.
I know that it passed the House. I know that it passed the Senate, and it was going to be sent to the governor for him to sign. And he had stated that he would sign it. So I don't know what the delay is. I don't know if they're just trying to work out the final details. But yeah, it's going to happen, guys.
Yes, it is.
I'm kind of tripping out because look, guys. I'm all pro Second Amendment. I want it to happen, but I mean, you saw the video from last night of the machete guy. You know, guys, there's a lot of crazy people out here in Brownsville, guys. You know, so and you've seen the fights outside the nightclubs. Have you seen them, Carlos? Right, the videos.
Mm-hmm.
You probably went to a lot of the calls, man.
Yeah.
Guys, what's going to happen if every single one of their mother has guns? It's got to be kind of crazy, guys. No, Carlos.
It is gonna be crazy. Yeah.
No digas been over. Jimmy's going to want to get on the BISD board. Jimmy, te habla Don Pineapple. Why won't you run for county commissioners? I, guys, I don't want to go through the hassle of having to go meet people from Harlingen and San Benito and Port Isabel. And I mean, I like them, but ya me basta con ustedes de Brownsville.
No llores. No llores.
Eh?
No llores. No llores.
Can you imagine having to be nice to another 500,000 people? I don't think so. Are you telling me that the last 2 hours of interviews for new attorneys was a waste of time? Yes. But let me tell you guys, I could have told you that before. And a lot of people, let me tell you, and I was ecstatic too, but a lot of people were celebrating. And I said, guys, wait, it's not over yet. They're still working out these guys' contracts. Y mocos, perro.
Yeah.
So I think it'll be done to keep the Salsa from getting hired. TEA can come in and wipe the superintendent and the board attorney off the map, as well as every single board member. Simple, guys. But will they do it? That is the question. And hopefully June and July, I've heard, but we'll see. Or the voters can next year, 2022. Guys, 3 seats are coming up. 3 seats. Or is it 4 seats, Carlos? 3. 3 seats are coming up, guys. No, is it, Carlos? Yes, 3 seats.
3.
Dora Salceda and Rose Gloria are useless and should have been let go, not Jimmy nor Cuff, who have seniority. I love how you know all of this info. Makes me wonder who is telling you all this insider information. One thing people have to learn is to not keep secrets from you because you will find out out, baby. Preach. And not unless no one does the background check like they did with Baltasar Salazar. I was napping when I heard Carlos' name calling me. Ay! También te habló Mike. And to think you, Frankie, and Carlos and Marisa could have been in there getting rid of all this growth happening in the district makes me mad that you all got cheated when I think about it. I think it upsets us as well. But again, guys, we look forward. We do our best not to look back. Channel 4 is pushing SpaceX big time. Again,
Yes.
advertising junkies, guys. City of Brownsville, guys. They are the news source for the corrupt political machine here in Brownsville. Channel 4 and Channel 23. That's simple. Uh, Valley Central did articles on her, but in Facebook, in their website. However, I haven't run to hearing about it in their actual news. Never. And that's what you hurt my ears with that scream. Hey, Raul! She will lose the money Fajita Bandit did. You know, and that's one of the other comments that's come out, Carlos. How Fajita Bandit got 50 years, 51
Well,
years
yeah. Who were the attorneys?
for the Fajita Bandit. Can't remember. Who were the attorneys?
I don't even
Right.
want to say. I don't even want to say. Why did
Ah,
Sylvia have to fire her attorneys?
same attorneys.
No, not the same ones. They're different, but I mean, they're worthless. You know, they're not litigators. They're mediators. That's the problem. When you hire
That
an
is
attorney who's a mediator and not a litigator, this is the kind of results you get. But you know what? Uh, the Fajita Bandit. I mean, 50 years. 50
50,
years. Oh well.
50 more fajitas. Seriously, what the hell is the city waiting for? The mosquitoes are crazy. Social Security is not lost. Those are wages that a person is entitled to up to not TRS money. Yeah, Social Security stays in play. Sad that some media companies don't cover real news. No, fake news, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a hotel room in Osmo or a condo? It looks nice. ¿Me quieres venir a visitar, Charlie Brown, o qué? Yeah. It's true they, child unfortunate, won't bite the hand that feeds them. They won't. They're pieces of crap.
Yeah.
Pieces of crap. Guys, let me get through all these comments. I don't want anyone to be left out. Right. Rudy Melez reported outside interviewed Sylvia Atkins' attorney and said more at 10, but nothing was said at 10. Oh, that's strange. I'm not there. Someone took that up and checked if Sylvia qualifies for TRS. Vale más que no. Take everything away. No privileges. I'm really upset that she is keeping her doctorate. Can't take that away. Even Televisa and Azteca was out there. Adios. Goodbye. Avida sent to you. I love that. Patient Daniel Son. Patience. Miyagi. Seriously, how do you always have better internet than any of your co-hosts at Asmo, regardless of your location on Earth? Let me tell you, last night I was suffering, man. But yeah, I got a lot of practice. Maybe that's why her fine is as low as 35 because she opened up the Pandora's box of a list of other people who were involved. I pray that that's the case. Remember, she was employed by Rio Hondo, Santa Rosa, Laredo, and Atkinson was HR administrator, 100%. I'm not sure about Laredo. Was she in Laredo?
No, it's El Paso.
El Paso. Trey called you out, Carlos. He sounded scared if he did. Yeah.
Sure did.
Taylor, ya me quiero dormir. Vete a dormir. I can show you. He kept some of it in a pickle. Oh, los calzones los tiré a la basura. Saludos, Vladimir. 10:13. I'm out. Have a great night. Good night, my amor. Did you poop a little bit? Puro liquidito. Good evening. Good evening. I'm late. Recap of past hour.
Get crazy.
Crazy. It's a huge deal, yet only 6.66. 6.66. Gentlemen, thank you all for all you do. Have a great night. Great night, Cat. Love you. When will you start documentary on Sylvia? This summer, when I get back. Actually, let me say that in 2 weeks I will be in Guadalajara, and I'm only going to Guadalajara to go see the Huachimontes, which are like ancient civilization type of pyramids. Huachimontes. So I'm going to go watch the Huachimontes, and I'll sit down and I'll start to pen out my document, our documentary by then. Have you seen the latest interview with Sylvia and also the message on the school board she made 9 months ago? Cuando nomás tenía that one good shot. She
How
always
porra
got.
is the
¿Te acuerdas? Do you remember, Carlos, that she would always wear the same blouse? Always, always, always. Yo, what the hell, man? She banks so much money and she wears worse clothes than Erasmo. Shout out to U.S. Attorney Jody Young and Robert S. Johnson, who prosecuted 100%. Jody Young is amazing.
amazing?
How much did he pay her?
Not millions.
Who? Baltasar Salazar to Denise Garza? Not sure. George P. Bush, 2020 for Texas governor. He's running for attorney general, isn't he, Carlos?
I don't know. I haven't
I think
kept
he's,
up. I was too involved in our local
yeah, I think he's running
rivalry
for
thing.
attorney general against Ken Paxton, unless something else came up today. I saw City Mosquito praying 2 days ago, and I heard it stopped functioning. Guy called over and just set it out. So parts of the city won't be sprayed till trucks are not wag. Erasmo, te vi en un video buceando, qué bonito. Lo único que el tanque de atrás tenía salida. We need that Second Amendment for that zombie apocalypse preach. Erasmo, did you notice that the morning you flew out, there was a mass shooting in California? Tragedy keeps happening upon your departures. Isn't that crazy, guys? I mean, it's like I'm a magnet for tragedy happening. Me picó un zancudo y me dio. I'm going to blame it on the zancudos too. 3 seats coming up, pero estos idiotas no votan. That's all because the Fajita guy got caught stealing millions. There were as only got caught for what she took in their sting operation. Yeah, but we all know she stole millions. Stapleton, one of them. He sucks. Oh, Ed Stapleton. If Papaya Head, he is a piece of crap. Guess I'll watch it tomorrow morning, 9. All right, Papa. Sorry. Question. So she's going to jail. Okay, great. So what is the district gaining back? Nothing. Zero. So what's the big deal? The more you throw her name out there, the more she gets famous. Well, she could be famous all she wants. Thug life in jail. And girl runs behind. Remember, bad news makes the news nowadays. Just saying. It does a couple of things, Neto. It brings in more people to watch, and hopefully more individuals are going to be looking at everything that she did, because a lot of people still don't know all the damage she did to the district, to this district, and to other districts. So maybe it's more power to them. And if you need anything typed out for your documentary, I will gladly help. Yes, appreciate it. Dejaste el calzón en la playa. They're going to be using them tomorrow to take the tourists parasailing. Please, no memes. Unless you really want to.
Oh my god.
When are we getting to the Rio Hondo corruption, or did I miss it? I had to log off for a bit. It's coming back on. George Bush, really otra rata. Todos. I was wondering who you all think are the best, are the rest of the heads of the beast of the organization, almost like a hydra. Does this make you all like the Avengers? Yes. Uh, Drew Brown, Prissy Rocatemton, Adela Garza, someone from the DA's office, and someone from Rio Hondo. Those are my five. Carlos, do you want to take a shot at it or no?
Mm, I'm gonna have to agree with you. Yeah.
Good. Ha ha ha. Carlos, last words.
More to come. That's all I have to say. It's just we're gonna need a little bit of patience and a lot more vacations from Erasmo because every time he goes, leaves out of town, stuff happens. So maybe when you go to see the Huachimontes, something else will come up. But guys,
Spill
thanks for
the.
staying in tune. Thanks for giving us the opportunity to give you the information the way it is, and we'll just keep doing what we have been doing.
Yes, 100%. Guys, have a great evening. Tomorrow morning, I'll have a show at 9 o'clock in the morning. Haven't decided exactly where I'm going to have the show, but I'll have the show tomorrow morning. I do have an excursion at 10:30, but the show starts at 9 o'clock. So for me, it's 8 o'clock. We are in Mountain Time, which I thought was great. I thought we were in California in Pacific Time. It doesn't matter. So I'll have the show tomorrow morning, guys, at 9 o'clock. Where he goes to Europe, when he goes to Europe, I'm going to Italy in November. Guys, I'll see you tomorrow morning. I might not be able to have a show tomorrow night. I should be doing a sunset cruise por los Arcos de los Cabos, maybe. So I don't know. We'll play it by ear, guys. Guys, have a great, great evening, guys. Again, together we can bring about the change that our community desperately needs, desperately deserves, guys. Together, we continue to fight. Thank you to everyone that went out there and was bashing all these crazy people there on my page. Thank y'all, guys. Y'all did wonderful. I was having a blast reading y'all's comments. Let Carlos take over. Hey, Carlos, you can come on and do the show tomorrow night if you can. Guys, have a great, great evening. God bless. Stay safe, guys. Stay safe and avoid the mosquitoes. Guys, be good to each other and please continue to be good to me. God bless.